The Level 3 Applied Diploma in Medical Science is a course that's been created by WDAC. It is aimed at learners who are interested in careers in healthcare and medical research. Medical science is a science looking at the maintenance of health, the prevention and the treatment of disease. They are vital in our healthcare service. They are at the forefront of diagnosis of diseases, looking at the effectiveness of treatments, and also searching for new cures. So what is medical science? Medical science is a 2-year course. It consists of 6 units. 3 units you carry out in year 12 and 3 units that you carry out in year 13. 2 units are internally assessed and 1 is externally assessed in each year. Year 12 is split into 3 units. You cover these units throughout the year. 2 of the units are internally assessed and the 3rd is externally assessed. This is in the form of an exam in the summer term. Unit 1 is a unit that covers the structure of cells, body systems, biological molecules and DNA. In this unit, you will look at the theories surrounding each of these topics. This is an externally set exam in the summer term of year 12 and worth 25% of your mark. In this topic, you cover things like the respiratory system, the circulatory system, endocrine system, and immunology. Unit 2 is a practical unit that covers the physiological measurements and the role they play in the diagnosis and treatment of a patient. This is an internally assessed unit that is completed in the spring term of year 12. It is worth 12.5% of your overall grade. During this unit, we have links with Cwm Taf Morgannwg Health Board and the University of South Wales. You will have the opportunity to speak to cardiology nurses, healthcare professionals, and doctors to look at the role of physiological measurements and the role that they play in patient treatment. As well as this, you will be practically shown how to carry out some of these different measurements. These range from blood pressure measurements, both manual and digitally, ECG analysis, peak flow, and many more. This unit gives you a practical sense of what it might be like to be a healthcare professional. Unit 3 covers the research methods in the medical field. This gives you a practical experience in carrying out analysis and collection of data. This is again an internally assessed unit and has to be completed in the spring term of year 12. It is worth 12.5% of your overall grade. During this unit, you carry out analysis of data collected in drug trials, environmental surveys, and many more. Year 13, very much like Year 12, is split into 3 units, 2 internally assessed and 1 externally. Unit 4 covers the treatment of disease from asthma to cancer. This is an internally assessed unit and is completed in the spring term of Year 13. It is worth 25% of your grade. During this unit, we look at the use of drugs, the effects they have on the body, and the way they are administered. You also look at the treatment of cancer, asthma, high blood pressure, and much, much more. You are then expected to think as a healthcare professional. What is needed in the treatment of a disease? How do we correspond and speak to a patient? What data do we need to keep? What data do we need to pass on? How is medicine taken? What is the advantages and disadvantages of the different methods of taking medication? Unit 5 is another practical unit. This covers clinical techniques. It is internally assessed and completed in the spring term of year 13. Again, it is worth 12.5% of your overall grades. In this unit, you carry out many different types of tests, from bacterial cultures to urine analysis, blood analysis, food analysis, and many more techniques. You will then have a practical exam in the spring term of year 13 to apply these techniques to different scenarios. Finally, Unit 6. This is a synoptic unit. It covers materials from Units 1 to 5. It is an externally sat exam in the summer term of year 13. It is worth 12.5% of your overall grade. During this unit, you will be expected to answer questions that cover from the other 5 units. So what about the future? Why choose a course in medical science? Medical science can lead into a vast number of different careers, from your doctors, nurses, pharmaceutical technicians, chemical technicians, ambulance staff, paramedics, physiotherapists, dental nurses, healthcare and public service health services, opticians, and the pharmacists. There's a vast number of different careers that this practically based course will lead into.